Foundation logo on the front, National Law Enforcement Officer Hall of Fame logo on the side. You're gonna have coins, gift cards, and certificates, shirts. One of our kits. It's gonna have a tourniquet, quick plot, and a tourniquet belt holder to carry while you're on duty. And then just make sure after the ceremony you come find one of us and grab a gift bag, please. Other ways that you can support the Hall of Fame, if you guys saw on the way in, they were doing a raffle. These guys still selling raffle tickets after the thing for the repeater rifle. So there's a raffle for the repeater rifle. Please make sure you buy those. That every dollar that they raise is going towards hosting this event and highlighting the good work that police officers are doing. So please buy one of those raffle tickets. Make sure you go see the guys from Jostens. They're over at table 22, which is the fun table. If you're if you get inducted this year or you're past inductee, please make sure you see the guys from Jostens and wear your ring. You got the Protectors Prayer tables out there too. Make sure you support them. And I wanted to announce something too. So last year, Billy Cushing. Billy, where you at? Billy Cush? There he is. So Billy Cush. So he was inducted last year for K9 Kit. K9 Kit tragically passed away during a shooting incident. And since then, Billy Cush has started the K9 Kit Foundation. They do training and they provide medical kits for police canines. And we had a conversation last night, and we're going to partner with them now where every time he donates a kit to a canine, Leo Support Foundation is going to donate a kit to their handler so they can both be protected. So thank you for that. And then the last thing I'll say is just www.saveleos.org, saveleos.org. Please visit our website and follow us on Instagram @SaveLeos and Facebook @SaveLeos. Thank you everybody for your time. Megan, Adam, I can't see because the lights are on my face. I don't know who you are. There you are. Thank you so very much. At this time, please take a look at the screen for a video of our first presenter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clint McNair. I work with Team Head and the president of the Texas Fraternal Order Police. Unfortunately, I'm unable to join you all tonight at this great event due to a prior engagement. I would like to thank the founders of the National Law Enforcement Officers Hall of Fame, Megan and Adam, for their great work recognizing the professionals in our industry across this country. And I would like to congratulate not only tonight's recipients, but the previous award winners that are in attendance tonight, and all the many special guests that are there to recognize these great people in our industry and the work that they've accomplished. I would like to thank Megan, Adam, and their team and the selection committee that chose the nomination that I made, and I'd like to read that nomination to you now. Rick Smith founded Taser in his garage 31 years ago. Today, Taser, now known as Axon, is the leading technology in the world for law enforcement. After two of Rick's friends were killed, he set out on a lifelong journey to look for options to deadly force. This eventually led Rick to leading Axon in the entire LE industry in the body camera, in-car camera, and Taser industry. Not being satisfied with that success, Rick continues to push technology and research ways to make law enforcement not only safer, but more efficient. Rick and Axon are new drones, AI, collating cameras in communities so that real-time images can be obtained of crimes in progress. Rick regularly hosts active law enforcement at his headquarters, the very men and women actively working the streets to seek their input on what Axon can do better or what could be invented to make their challenging job more safe. There is no way to know how many officers and civilians' lives have been saved from Rick's tireless mission and passion for the law enforcement technology industry. Despite being an incredibly successful businessman, Rick remains a very grounded, blue-type collar working friend to law enforcement. These are just a few of the reasons I'm proud to nominate Rick Smith for recognition into the Hall of Fame for his civilian service to law enforcement. What I think is more important is what makes Rick the person he is and has led to his success. The culture, the passion that everyone in that organization has for law enforcement. I've not seen a work culture in a workplace like his, and it goes back, it's a reflection of strong leadership and the character that Rick reflects. His company is a reflection of his leadership. Incredibly proud to nominate him, thankful that the committee selected him. Congratulations, Rick Smith, and all in attendance tonight. Very sorry that I couldn't be there tonight, but congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations, take care, God bless. Good night.
Rick Smith.
Wow, thank you. So look, this is a real honor. It's always great to hear such kind words said. But I've never strapped on body armor and wondered if I'm going to make it home to my family. I've never dealt with this sort of risk and, frankly, the challenges and the emotional, just say the emotions that go with what you guys do every day. And so it's a huge honor for me to be just even accepted as part of this community, and because I didn't earn it the way that every one of you who's put on a badge and a gun has, but it's certainly deeply appreciated you accepting me in your community, and this, of course, is also a huge honor. So thank you, everybody, and I hope that all of you stay safe out there. Keep in mind, family safe.
Louis Chiocci couldn't be here today. I'm here to tell you a little about him from his nominator, Chief Brent Dodge. In March of 2014, Patrolman Chiocci was involved in an active shooter event outside the busy hospital where he witnessed the murder of a shift partner before the gun turned on him. He engaged the shooter, but only after having the presence of mind to wait for innocent civilians to clear the area behind the shooter. He recalled in that moment feeling the breeze from the bullets whizzing past his head as he consciously thought about remembering his fundamentals so he could stop the gunman before he or others were killed. Unbeknownst to him at the time, there was a pregnant female caught up in the scene who could do nothing but slump down in her seat and pray for the safety of her unborn child. She later wrote Chiocci a letter of thanks as she believed that he was the only thing standing between her and death that day. Chiocci critically wounded the gunman and took him into custody before he could kill anyone else. For his actions of bravery and heroic performance of duty under the most stressful conditions imaginable, Lou Chiocci received the Governor's Police Officer of the Year Award from New York State in 2015. That is no small feat, considering that there are over 125,000 police officers in New York State. He then received national recognition when he received the Congressional Medal of Valor in 2016 from President Obama at a White House ceremony. Again, this is an honor bestowed upon very few of the country's 700,000 plus law enforcement officers. I can think of no Leo more deserving of this new honor than Lou Chiocci. Thank you.
Enforcement, Johnson City Police Chief Brett Dodge. Chief Dodge, I can't thank you enough for being respectful, supportive, and thoughtful of not only me, but all your officers as well as the entire community. Thank you so much for what you do. I'm honored and humbled to have been chosen to be inducted into the National Police Officers Hall of Fame. I don't feel worthy of this great honor. I never expected or wanted to be recognized for doing my job. However, an awful incident involving a gun on March 31st, 2014 changed all that. I wish I could go back in time and change the events of that day. That incident affected a lot of people's lives in many ways. Lives were lost, and it was just another reminder that there are no guarantees for us during our time on this earth. Everyone in the community was devastated that day by an unthinkable act and a loss of life. Rest in peace, Officer David Smith. DW, you were doing this. The days and months and years following the incident was a struggle for me. I watched law enforcement, the community, and far beyond come together to support DW's family as well as me and my family. That right there is one of the many reasons why I love my job and continue to do it to this day. It's about people being there for others, good times or bad. Law enforcement officers cannot do this job without community help and support. I'm now an SRO at the Johnson City High School, where I am proud and honored to serve. I strive to build relationships and educate the community and its youth. And I couldn't be happier in doing so. I want to thank my wife, the rest of my family and friends. Thank you to all law enforcement agencies and agency co-workers. You have all been so supportive. I also want to thank the Johnson City